In 2021, the chip shortage hit the auto industry hard, and GM and Ford had to shut down factories because they couldn't get the semiconductors they needed to finish cars. But Toyota kept producing, and the reason they were able to goes back to 2011 when the Fukushima earthquake knocked their suppliers offline for months. After Fukushima, Toyota built a system called Rescue. Most companies only know their direct suppliers, but Toyota mapped down to Tier and Tier 4. So when a chip foundry in Taiwan had problems, most companies don't find out for weeks. Foundry tells the chip maker tells the board maker then tells the part supplier, and eventually the part supplier tells GM they can't deliver. But then Toyota already had the whole chain mapped, so they see the problem at the source and know within hours which parts are at risk. They also split orders across multiple vendors, so when one couldn't deliver, they had other vendors lined up already. And they stockpiled semiconductors specifically because they had identified chips as high-risk parts that were hard to replace quickly. GM and Ford did not have any of this. They couldn't see problems coming the way Toyota could. They didn't have the stockpiles to fall back on, and they didn't have the backup vendors ready to step in. When the chips stopped coming, GM had to cut production significantly. Ford closed factories building their F-150s, and the shortage cost both companies over $1 billion each in lost earnings. But Toyota kept running at close to 90% capacity. Fukushima nearly broke them in 2011. What they built to make sure it never happened again is what saved them in 2021. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right?